You ever meet a woman and something about her energy just feels different? Like she's carrying a secret, but not the kind you'd expect. What if I told you there are subtle signs, some emotional, some physical, some behavioral, that can hint a woman hasn't been intimate with a man in quite a while? Stick around because once you notice them, you'll never unsee them. All right, let's be real for a second. Talking about intimacy can feel a little awkward, but here's the thing. It's part of human nature. We all have physical, emotional, and psychological needs. And when those needs aren't met for a while, it shows up in surprising ways. This video isn't about shaming anyone. Not at all. It's about understanding human behavior. The same way you can tell when someone's tired, stressed, or hungry, you can sometimes pick up little clues about someone's love life. Now, before we dive in, quick disclaimer. Not every woman will show these signs, and definitely not all at once. But if you start noticing a pattern, it might be pointing to the fact that she hasn't been with a man for a good while. So let's break it down. Sign number 1, she's touch-starved. You know how people who haven't had a hug in forever suddenly melt when someone squeezes their shoulder? Yeah, that's real. When a woman hasn't been intimate for a while, she often becomes more sensitive to casual touch. She might lean in a little closer when you talk. She might hold on to that handshake just a bit longer. Even brushing past you in the kitchen, she notices it way more than someone who is used to regular affection. It's not about being flirty all the time. It's about craving human connection. Think about it. Touch is a basic human need. Just like food or sleep, we miss it when it's gone. Sign number 2, she channels energy into other habits. Ever heard the phrase, an idle mind is the devil's playground? Well, when intimacy is missing, that energy often gets redirected. Some women dive deep into hobbies. Maybe she suddenly becomes obsessed with yoga or starts baking cupcakes at 11 p.m. Others might overcompensate with work, long hours at the office, taking on extra projects. And then, of course, there are the little guilty pleasures, midnight ice cream runs, binge-watching entire seasons of Netflix shows, or ordering way too much Taco Bell. It is not bad. It is just her way of filling the gap that intimacy usually covers. Sign number 3, a different kind of glow, or lack of it. Here's the deal. Intimacy literally changes how the body looks. Regular closeness releases hormones that boost mood, reduce stress, and even improve skin. So when a woman hasn't been with a man in a long time, sometimes you'll notice little changes. She might look more tense, carry herself with a bit more stiffness, or even have restless energy, like she's on edge. On the flip side, and this is wild, some women actually glow brighter because they're reinvesting all that attention back into themselves. New hairstyles, gym routines, spa days, you name it. The absence of intimacy can either dim the spark or make her shine in a whole new way. Sign number 4, she gets easily flustered around men. You know that friend who hasn't been on a date in forever, and suddenly a cute waiter says, "What can I get you?" And she completely forgets how to order? Yeah, that's the vibe. When intimacy hasn't been part of her life, her interactions with men can feel heavier. Eye contact feels more intense. A compliment makes her blush longer than usual. A simple joke might throw her off balance. It is not that she is shy. It is that she is out of practice. Like going to the gym after a long break, her flirting muscles feel a little rusty. Sign number 5, she talks about relationships in general terms, not personal ones. Pay attention to how she talks about love, dating, or intimacy. If it's been a while, you'll notice she speaks in broad, almost distant terms. Instead of saying, "My ex used to," or "the guy I'm seeing," she might say things like, "You know how guys always..." People in relationships usually... Or she'll just reference movies and TV shows when the topic comes up. It's like she's removed herself from the narrative. She knows about love and intimacy, but she's talking about it like an outsider looking in, not someone actively living it. Sign number 6, restless nights and energy swings. Here's something people don't often talk about. Intimacy helps regulate sleep. The hormones released during closeness, like oxytocin, actually calm the body and promote better rest. So, when a woman hasn't experienced that in a while, she might toss and turn more. Maybe she's awake at 2 a.m. scrolling through Instagram, or maybe she's got random bursts of restless energy during the day. You might notice her sipping on coffee all day or crashing hard in the afternoon. It's like her body is searching for balance that intimacy usually helps provide. Sign number 7, her guard is higher than usual. This is a big one. When a woman hasn't been close to someone for a long time, she often builds stronger walls around herself. Why? Because vulnerability feels scarier the longer you go without it. She might joke around about not needing a man, or she might keep conversations light and surface level. It's not that she doesn't want connection, deep down she does, but her defenses are up because letting someone in again feels risky. Think of it like an old lock on a door. The longer it goes unused, the harder it is to turn the key. Okay, here's the real kicker. And it's not what most people expect. The biggest sign a woman hasn't slept with a man in a long time isn't about how she looks or how she acts around others. It's about how much she overcompensates for it. Some women pretend like they don't care at all, acting extra independent, super busy, or constantly joking about being single. Others swing the opposite way, becoming way too eager for connection, jumping at any little bit of attention. Either extreme, I don't need anyone, or I just need someone, can actually be the loudest sign of all. Because here's the truth. When someone's truly fulfilled and balanced, they don't need to push the narrative so hard. But when there's a gap, the effort to cover it up speaks louder than words. So, to recap, the 7 signs a woman hasn't slept with a man in a long time. She's more sensitive to touch. She pours energy into hobbies, work, or comfort food. Her glow shifts, either dimmer or more self-focused. She gets flustered more easily around men. She talks about love in general terms, not personal ones. Her sleep and energy levels are off. Her guard is higher, or she overcompensates with extremes. Now remember, none of this is about judging or labeling. These signs are simply windows into human behavior. They show how much our emotional and physical worlds are connected. So let me ask you, have you ever noticed these signs in someone you know? Or maybe even in yourself during a dry spell? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I'd love to hear your take. And hey, if this video opened your eyes to something new, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into human psychology, and share this with a friend who'd find it interesting. Because understanding people a little better, that's the first step toward deeper connections.